everyone, this is Michelle from StampOutLoud.com. Today we're going to make this really simple Mother's Day card. And I hope you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a card, and when it's folded it measures 4 by 5. It's a little bit smaller than some of the other cards. And this paper is from the Paper Studio Pink Armadillo pack. Kind of lay down where the stamped flower is going to be. And then I'm going to take a piece of pink ribbon, just one I got from the local craft store. And I'm just going to lay it here so I know where to start. Okay, so about right there. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on it. I'm going to lay this down so I know where to place the end of the ribbon here. So I want it about right here. Just open up your card. Come back here and just cut off this little excess piece. So we have our ribbon on. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start working on the stamped flower. And again, this is what it will look like. I'm going to take a little sponge dauber. I'm going to take the Stampin' Up! Tempting Turquoise. We're just going to sponge the edges of this piece of paper. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is stamp our flower on here, and I'm going to use some StazOn Jet Black. This ink is so good, it dries very quickly, so if you want to do any watercoloring, you can do it instantly after you stamp it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And what I did on this other card is I stamped a little extra image of the flower, maybe you can see it there, and raised it up. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that second image. And I just have a tiny little scrap piece of paper. Okay. Set that to the side. So I'm going to stamp my little one of a kind, which my mother is. I have the best mom. She is absolutely phenomenal. I'm very lucky to have her. And she is a one of a kind. So now we have everything stamped. The first thing I'm going to do is color the stem just with a little coloring pencil. Because this is black, I'm just going to outline little leaves. You could actually ink up just this part of the stamp and stamp it in a green if you wanted to. But I kind of like the black, and I just like the little soft edges that this will make once I use my water brush. Just color in little petals. I'm just using a pink. And again, you can use any color. You can use orange, yellow, whatever color you like. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do this with my little second flower. And with this, I kind of go outside of the edges, because when I cut, I won't cut exactly on the black. I'll cut just outside of it, so I like to have a little bit of that pink out there. So you don't have to be careful when you're coloring this. Then I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Up! Pink Passion. And I want to just add a little bit of color a little darker color to the inside. You can do one of several things. I take it off of there, or you can close it up, press, and take your ink off the portion. And before I go, I'm going to just go ahead and smear that a little. Just soften it up. And then we'll go ahead and do this one. And again, I'm just going right outside the edge. And this is one of those flowers you don't have to be too careful about. And if you want a little more color, you just go back in and add it. I think I'm going to add some color this way on here as well. Kind of in the opposite direction as what I colored before, just to fill in. You can also use a blender pen for this. Now I'm going to bring in my Pink Passion, and I'm just going to start from the center here. Just trying to lighten that up a little bit. And you just play with it till you get whatever color you like. I'm going to move on to this next flower. You really don't have to do this one because I'm going to have this little piece on top, but I always like to. Okay. Now I've just cleared off my brush, and I'm just going to come down and just kind of go over the green. I love the effects of water coloring. It's very pretty. The next thing I'm going to do is cut out this little flower. And again, I'm just going right on the outside of the black line. I really appreciate you watching this video. And please feel free to leave any comments. I am new at the Video1. I've been stamping for a little while. I've been scrapbooking for a long time, but pretty new to stamping. So any suggestions or ideas or any comments are definitely welcome. I really appreciate it. Now before I put this on here with the pop dot, I'm going to go ahead and glue the back of this. Let me find my card. So we'll just bring the card in here. Figure out exactly where we want to place this. I love this card. Like I said, it's so simple, it's so quick, but at the same time, it is really a beautiful card. And I'm just going to use a little 3-dimensional pop-up dot. Put this on the back. I was looking for this tiny little black line here so I can line it up with my stem because I had a little bit of that left. And the very last thing I want to do is I want to add some fruit punch stickles to the center of the flower. So just a little bit. Just right in the center. And I love things that sparkle. Very pretty. And it goes along with the little sparkly pattern of this paper. Okay,